Bridget Jones, now the mother of school-aged Billy and Mabel, prepares to venture out for the first time in a long time. While Daniel Cleaver takes care of her children, Bridget attends the memorial service held for her late husband, Mark Darcy, who tragically passed away 4 years ago while on a humanitarian mission in Sudan. She spends the agonizing evening receiving condolences and feeling pressured to begin dating again. Billy and Mabel are still wide awake when Bridget returns home. Mabel notices a white owl perched outside their window every evening. Bridget fondly recalls the time she used to sing to the children, and envisions the joy of seeing him do so. She ponders the frequently conflicting advice and suggestions that her friends and family provide. Remembering her father's dying wish for her to live life to the fullest, combined with Dr. Rawlings's advice to return to work, Bridget finds the motivation to begin anew. After Miranda requests ideas for a live interview on her women's program, Bridget reaches out to Richard and becomes a show producer. Just as Bridget decides to re-enter the dating scene, she crosses paths with 29-year-old park ranger Rockster, who shows interest in her on the dating app, and after exchanging messages for several days, they finally agree to meet for a date. Bridget's friends offer guidance and then go out. As the summer progresses, Bridget and Rockster's relationship deepens, with Mabel referring to him as their new father. Billy, still grappling with the loss of his father, is less enthusiastic about the upcoming road trip. Bridget is invited to Billy's class to talk about her career as a television producer. To illustrate, she selects a girl to play the role of producer, while she takes on the role of the presenter and conducts an interview with science teacher Scott Walliker. A straightforward explanation about the life cycle of an insect takes a more profound turn as Bridget inquires about the existence of souls in all living beings. At a birthday celebration for Bridget's coworker, Rockster makes a dramatic entrance. As they unwind in the evening, Rockster casually mentions a desire for a time machine. The next morning, Bridget awakens to find him absent. He subsequently evades her. Daniel, who was admitted to the hospital after a heart scare, reaches out to Bridget, believing she is the only one who could possibly understand and support him. He contemplates his solitude, expressing how he hasn't seen his teenage son in more than a decade. Bridget, who mourns the loss of her deceased father, urges Daniel to re-establish a connection with his son. Rockster arrives at the studio to apologize to Bridget. He confesses to feeling overwhelmed, but assures her that he is now fully committed to her and their children. Bridget expresses her desire for a time machine so she could catch up, but she declines his offer. That evening, after reviewing her articles and memorabilia of Mark, she pens a sincere message to him. On Mark's birthday, Bridget, Billy, and Mabel visit a park to release balloons with their heartfelt messages for him written on them. During a school excursion to the Lake District, Bridget engages in conversation with Scott. He expressed his anticipation of having children, but it never materialized. When Bridget leaves to comfort a child, Billy confides in Scott that he worries about forgetting his father. Scott reassures him that his father is an integral part of him, so he will never truly be absent. At the school winter holiday pageant, Billy performs "I'd Do Anything" as a tribute to his father. Bridget is aware that Mark would have been pleased. She expresses her gratitude to Scott for assisting her family in their healing process, and extends an invitation for him to join them and her friends at a local pub after. Upon reaching the pub, Scott turns around to depart, but Bridget spots him outside. He admits he is attracted to her, similar to Newton's third law of action and reaction, before Bridget kisses him. 1 year later, Bridget organizes a New Year's Eve celebration at her house for her family and friends, including Scott and Daniel, who has reconnected with his 16-year-old son, Enzo. After the celebration, as Bridget puts the children to bed, they watch as the owl takes flight, which Scott also sees from downstairs. Scott assists Bridget in unfastening her gown, and they share a kiss.